Hey Caleb, this is Scott Ward with Georgia Sports Center. Just want to go through your video and look at a couple things. There are two small adjustments that I think we can make that will really help your swing out quite a bit. Go ahead and slow this video down so you can get to see this. Two things we're going to talk about are maintaining, getting through the baseball without rolling over. You're kind of rolling right as you get to contact. You can kind of see it. It's pretty obvious right there on that swing. And as we slow this down, I'll do some telestrating and draw some things on the screen here that will allow you to kind of see the path that your bat is taking as you get through contact. Now I am going to slow this one down. All right, here we are in your loaded position. And as you go through to make your swing, we can see how your barrel, I don't know if you can tell from back there, see how your barrel drops a little bit. As you're making contact, your barrel is actually coming up over the ball. So there's your barrel, and you can see kind of a split, kind of two different frames of your barrel kind of going through. But as you make contact, look at where your barrel's at right now. I'm just going to draw dots on the end of it. And here. So from contact, this is the path that your barrel takes. And I believe that the reason why this is happening, I'm going to also take, and we'll do a yellow dot on your bottom hand. This is where your bottom hand is. As you go through a second time, kind of stays there, maybe moves a tiny bit. And a third time, you see how your top hand here, I'm going to just delete this thing off. You can go ahead and you see your top hand, how you're kind of just rolling right over, rolling your wrist over as you're making contact. And what that's causing you to do is your barrel's not really staying very flat in the zone, and it's kind of getting a loop in your barrel just a little bit. But again, all that's caused by just rolling over. So as we go through, and we'll play through this some more, take a look at another swing. And this is just a small adjustment. You got to learn how to just use your hands a little bit more. Once you get rid of the roll, you're going to probably see the ball come off the bat a little stronger. Again, your barrel's kind of dropped again back here. You draw a line through this on your barrel so you can kind of see what I'm talking about. Right through your hands. That's the kind of the path, and this is in motion in your swing. This is kind of in path. You can see how your barrel really drops back here. But let's go ahead and take those off and keep going. Now we're going to draw all the dots again. Go stay on the end of your barrel as we go through, so you can kind of see the path that we're taking at contact. Again, your hands are kind of pulling off and get ready to roll over again. Now, to keep this really simple, what I'm going to do is I'm also going to draw a blue line. This is generally probably the angle that the ball is going to come in on when you're making contact with it. So you can kind of see if we have a hitting zone, that's the path that we want to get our barrel into. We want to be in a hit. We want to keep our bat in the hitting zone as long as we can and keep it flat along that swing plane. But you can see how your barrel drops below the flight of that ball, and then comes back through it at contact. What makes this really tough is in a game environment, all you're doing is you're actually only giving yourself a small area of opportunity to strike that ball perfectly clean. You can see where these two intersect, right in the middle of that square. So, unless you're timing this exactly perfect, you're minimizing your ability to cleanly make contact and drive through the baseball. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to leave this blue line on, and we're going to watch another one of your swings here. And there are a couple other very small detailed things that you could probably look at making adjustments with. One of those is probably going to be, oops, let me back you up here. We'll leave it on there. One of those is going to be your front foot. You can see where your front foot's at right now as you've landed. It's kind of open, and so we want to try to keep that as closed as possible, as long as possible throughout the swing that you can. So that's just a little small thing that you could always work on. But as we go through, let's see if your barrel drops. It doesn't do too bad of a job dropping there. You actually keep it in the hitting zone and on plane with that ball pretty good. So we'll go through again, maybe a small drop, really close though. But as we get here to contact, you can kind of see that the path that you take. And I'm going to draw one more line. Let's watch where this ball goes. Alright, let's do this in a yellow. Let's watch where the ball goes. So here's the ball. And at contact, you can see the path that the ball kind of is taking after you make contact and what your barrel's doing after contact. So the blue line is roughly an estimate of the path of the angle that the ball's coming in. Red line is your swing plane, and the yellow line is where the direction that the ball's going. And this is what happens when a round object hits a round object and you're swinging up to it. Again, your contact point, your opportunity for your best contact would have been right here, which would have been a kind of a jammed. You would have gotten jammed a little bit. Ball would have gotten too deep on you. But these are just, again, these are things that you just need to be aware of as you're taking your swings and you're trying to fine-tune your hitting in order to be more successful. So I'm going to let this go ahead and play through. We'll do it in slow-mo. But again, just thank you for coming by. If you need any help in the future or you have any other questions, you can reach us at 770-554-3338, or you can visit our website for more information at gasportscenter.com. Thank you very much.